What are the top 5 things that you need to navigate your next motorcycle trip? Item number 5. I highly recommend Google. It sounds kind of cliche, but I think it's really helpful for mapping out where you want to go, how far distances are, how far average speeds are, and it lets you do it in a big approach. You can kind of set general parameters, general guidelines for how long you want to go, and it gives you an idea of how far that you can accomplish in a certain ride. So item number 1 I'd recommend is Google. Item number 2 I would recommend is a motorcycle dedicated app. There's some great apps out there. The one that I use is a BMW app. It's synced to my bike, and they have some great features like, you can include dirt roads or exclude dirt roads. You can exclude tolls, which I do a lot because I don't want to be on the highways. There's winding routes or more fun routes. Utilize the technology that we have. There's some great apps out there, and they will make the ride so much more fun, often only adding a couple minutes to your destination. And the maps show up on your phone, which is really, really handy. Quad lock, there's many other mounting systems out there. You can put the map with your phone right on your handlebars, and it helps you have directions to where you're going. So I'd recommend get a motorcycle riding app. They're well worth the money, particularly if you want to mix in a little bit of off-road into your riding. The third item that I would recommend is an old school Garmin. Now, maybe there's other versions out there, but I have a Garmin, and you might have said, like, didn't those go out like early 2000s? Are they still valuable? I really enjoy having a Garmin. Now, you might have said, well, didn't you just say you use a riding app? Yes, and I love a Garmin as a backup or as a map showing general indication and layout. I usually ride places with both the Garmin rolling and my phone app, helping me navigate and get a broader picture. Also, Garmin's or other GPSs can save your butt. Sometimes there's times you're going places, the cell phone coverage isn't there, your phone freaks out, the maps that you're supposedly saved don't save, and a GPS can be very, very valuable. On 2 trips in actually a critical location where I didn't know where to go next, my phone froze. Didn't know that could happen, but it froze, and if it hadn't been for the old school GPS, I would have been sunk. So I recommend having a GPS on board for your travels. My second favorite item is the sun. Yeah, I know it's a little old school. People have been navigating by the sun for a long time, but if you pay attention to it, you can track general directions, where you're going, what time of day it is, if you kind of are paying attention to these things, and it's kind of fun. It's fun if you know I'm trying to head north, you know kind of where the sun should be. I live in New England, the roads never go straight, almost ever. And so keeping a general sense of where you're going and the direction you're heading is really handy. And it's also kind of a fun way to navigate. And rarely does the sun move on you or lose reception. I recommend, number 2, using the sun. But probably the most important way I love to navigate is just by exploring. Roads like this that I'm on right here, I just stumbled on it. I didn't know it was here, there was a road, it looked fun, and I took it, and I am so glad I did. Often they say like life isn't all about the destination, it's about the journey. That is so true when it comes to riding motorcycles. Take that back road, take that windy road, take the dirt road. So the worst you have to do is turn around. The best is you'll discover a new favorite road that you'll love for years. So those are the 5 recommended navigation tools I recommend for your next trip. What do you use? Do you use paper maps still? If so, I'd love to know how you utilize them and why. Enjoy the journey.